Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Ro, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick tutorial of how I made that spooky pedestal lantern using ScrapDivaDesigns die sets. We are going to be using an older die. This is the Advent house, the large one. It's an Advent house box. And then we are also going to be using one of the new releases for August, and I will be showing that to you a little later. So first up, we are going to be putting together the box, and this is the die set that we're using. So the biggest piece, we are going to be cutting that twice, and then we are also cutting that square piece just once. And the windows, I believe we are going to be cutting it more than 4 times. But yeah, just count whatever you need if you are going to do that window, the lining. And then I did some sewing, and also I added a vellum piece in the back of this box. It's for the window, so it mutes the light when I put the light in. Yeah, I'm not going to be putting a light for now because it's bright and you won't be able to see it, but yeah, that's what it's supposed to be for. And yeah, we're putting it together. So for the new release, it will be available August 1st. I don't have the link yet, but what you can do is August 1st, first thing, you can go ahead to ScrapDivaDesigns.com and then just click New Arrivals and everything will be there. Also, if you are shopping, don't forget to use my code, which is RHODA10, that's RHODA 10, to save 10% of your total. And now we're just putting together our box. Also, if you don't have this box, it comes in 3 different sizes. I am just using the largest one because it's tall, and I liked how it looks with the pedestal that we're making. Next up, this is going to be the die set that we are going to be using. It's the heart border rectangle die set. This is a new release for August, and we are going to be using the biggest one. So to make this, you are going to need the one with the scallop piece and the rectangle. And as you can see, the scallop piece is not flat, because what I did is I did a snip on the corners, and then I folded it downward, and then since we did those cuts, what I'm doing right next up is I am going to put a dab of glue just to keep it together. As you can see, I also did some sewing. I wanted to sew as much as I could because I do like how it looks with stitching. And when you're done with that, just put that to the side. And the next thing we need is we are going to be cutting 4 pieces of 2x2s. And as you can see here, we scored 0.5 on 3 sides. If you are going to sew, you can sew it, and next thing we do is we are going to put the square together. We put glue on the smallest flap, and we just connect all 4 together until we have this box right here. Next thing we do is we are going to glue this, because this is going to go under that rectangle piece that we did, because this is going to be part of the stand, the pedestal. We also went ahead and cut another piece of that rectangle. That's the inner layer of that scallop piece from the die set. That's gonna give us a little more strength to our pedestal, since we're putting something on top of it. Then next we are going to glue down that square. And next up, we are going to cut 1 piece of 4x4, and we are going to score all sides. So score all 4 sides at 0.5 and 1 inch. Again, that's 1 piece of 4x4 cardstock, and we are going to score 0.5 and 1 inch on all sides. And right now we did some snips because we are going to make another like square, like a box out of it. So we are going to fold all the score lines. This is how it's gonna look once we fold all our score marks. And the next thing we need to do is we are going to glue everything together. So it doesn't move. Here I'm just showing you where it's gonna go. But before we glue that piece to the last piece we did is we are going to cut another piece of paper just to cover up that hole. That is going to be a 2x2 piece of paper, and that's going to be the bottom part, so you don't need to sew it. Next is we are going to put glue on that smaller square that we already attached to our rectangle piece, and then we are going to glue that onto that bigger square that we did last. And once the glue dries out, we have our pedestal. And that's how it's gonna look. The last thing we need to do is we just need to put everything together, put that lantern on top of the pedestal, and then we just have to decorate and we are done. I will be showing a short clip of how the final product looks like once I decorated it. And for now, that's it. We are done. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!